Poughkeepsie High School is a part of my journey as an adult. When I walked across that stage, I thought about all the possibilities of what was going to happen in my life. I had felt like I had to come back to the high school because this is where I really got my start. I'm just saying that this is the classroom where I actually started my whole accounting career. Miss Loretta Roberts, she was my mentor and she was my business teacher. So this hallway, it brings back great memories because this is where I spent a lot of time during my senior year working with Miss Linda Mann. She was my mentor. She gave me the opportunity to work for her. So I owe so much to Miss Linda Mann for being that person to encourage me through my senior years and being there for me. She was like a second mom to me, and she's part of why I am who I am today.
That's one.
Really? And I have one of these at home. I have to look for it, but look, this is my senior picture. If you would have asked me back then that when I was graduating whether if I would ever become mayor of the City of Poughkeepsie, I would have told you you're out of your mind. I would have never imagined it, not at all. I didn't even imagine this 12 years ago when I ended up going on the city council. What Poughkeepsie needs right now is to be more united. And right now, I think there is too much division. People are working in their own silos. And if we're really going to make the improvements in our city, we really need to find a better way of working together. This is our city. Now it's time for us to start making a change together. It puts a lot of pressure on you, and I go through the whole thing of I don't want to, fail the people of the city of Poughkeepsie. So I know I have to work twice as hard to make sure, that we do what we have to do so people feel safe here. They feel proud of the living here in Poughkeepsie. I see so many of our kids who say, I can't wait till I get older so I can leave and get out of here. I'm like, no, you don't want to get out of here. We want you to stay. So let's make it better and make it, a little easier for them so they can stay. Give them the opportunities they need so they can stay in their hometown and be a part of its growth. This is the first place where I really felt a sense of community. Because at that point in time, everybody's mother was your mother. Everyone looked out for each other. And if your mom was home or was at work and somebody else was home, they'd check on you, make sure you ate something. Or if you did something you had no business doing, they make sure they tell your parents and they scold you. But this was really the first sense that I had about what community was really like. As we were living in a situation where everybody was struggling, but at the same time, they were really looking out for each other. And that's what our kids need now. That sense of knowing that their community's behind them. I want to, create those opportunities for people to be able to leave out of public housing and be able to get into, workforce housing, having that transition, because right now it's difficult right now to leave public housing because apartments are just too high. Whenever I'm feeling a little overwhelmed or trying to figure out what's the next course of action I should take, sometimes I come down here and I'll sit in the car next to the sign, or I'll just come over and walk around here. My dad said this, and he said, one day you're going to be mayor. And I'm like, no way, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go on that level of politics. He's like, nope. He said, one day you're going to be mayor. And look what happened now, 8 years later. And that was just before he passed. He mentioned that to me. And I can't believe I'm here right now. I can't believe he was so right. The thing is that I look back at my journey and I see, the things that I've been through and the challenges that I had to overcome, and feel like at this point now, I feel like I was almost destined for this position. When you look at your journey, you wonder, why am I here? And then when you get there, you realize that, you were put there for a reason. And now it's time to take that and do what you need to do with it. and make sure that if God puts you in that position, that you do everything you have to do to show him that you're ready for it. And I think that's where I am right now. And I'm ready to lead this city and take on these challenges and do what we have to do to make it better. So I'm ready.